Night Live. I am super excited tonight because it's one of the most interesting nights for me, you know. I've got a brother and I've got somebody that I dearly, dearly love with all of my heart. I call this particular one the reunion because we come a long way, and there's a couple of times that we have not been able to engage, communicate, see each other, or even talk. And so for me to have him here, it's such a privilege and an honor. I'm very excited, people, and I'm so happy to have him here tonight. But before we get into that, family of God, I want to welcome all young people. This is our Friday Night Live youth service, and by the grace of God, we are able to interview a guest a month. And the last time we had a guest was one of my beautiful sisters that I love so dearly, Sister Lee. We love you, girl, and thank you so much. And tonight we having one of the prominent young ministers of the gospel. Like I said, he's a friend, and moreover, he's a brother. And our journey comes way back in high school, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. And so he's here with us tonight. People call him Apostle. Some call him so many different titles. He calls himself EH. I call him G. And I'll tell you why we got to call each other there. But please help me welcome tonight a brother, a minister of the gospel, a pastor of the church, and over and above a dear friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the one and only Apostle EH Kekana with us tonight. Good evening, my friend.
Wow. Good evening, G.
Thank you so much, my friend, for coming through.
That was too long.
Don't do that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to be here.
Thank you so much, buddy. Thanks for honoring the invitation. I know that you've got a couple of engagement around Pretoria this weekend. But the fact that when I called him, when did I call it? Was it Wednesday?
Yeah,
it was Wednesday. I called him Wednesday and I said, buddy, you did tell me, because we did speak, I think on a Monday, if not Sunday. Mm-hmm. And when I was like, I need a guest for this month. And when I called him on Wednesday to do this with me on Friday, he just welcomed it with open arms. Mm-hmm. And thank you so much for doing that, my friend. The fact that you honored the invitation and gave me time to come, it's very humbling, and I truly appreciate it.
Oh yes. I'm also humbled to be here. In fact, I'm blessed to be here. Yeah, after a while, we sat down and just spoke like this.
Yeah, true.
The last time, I think it was when you were still back home, back home Gopani.
Yes.
Yeah, but so I'm humbled and blessed to be here, and thank you for the invitation.
You're more than welcome. This is home for you, man. It's not an invitation anymore.
Of course.
You don't invite people who, you can't invite a family member.
Yeah.
It's home. Home is home.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you're right.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, my friend, let's get deep into things now.
Okay.
I don't think a lot of people know where you originally come from. Mm-hmm. Just give us a bit of a story of where you were born and how was it growing up at that time in an environment or a setup of a home that you were in.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Emmanuel. That's what EH stands for. Emmanuel Happy.
Yes.
Kekana.
Yes.
I come from Zibidiel, which is in Limpopo.
Yeah.
A village around Limpopo. I'm the third born. Okay. In my family. Yeah. The first son. But I'm the first son. Let's say.
amongst the ladies.
Amongst 4 of us.
So the first 4 that were born, it's girls.
Yeah, it's 2 ladies, 2 girls, my sisters.
Okay.
And then it's me, then my younger brother.
Oh, so okay, no, I get it. Yeah. All right.
So 4 of us, and I was born some years back.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us. We know you all.
So many years back.
Yeah.
But I'm the only one who is an albino in my family.
Okay.
And wow, I come from a very loving family.
Yeah.
And a very caring family. So yeah, I grew up. Should I go there? Yeah, I grew up. My toddler years, I was here in Joburg with my granny.
Okay.
And then when I went to school, then that's when I stayed with my parents.
With your parents.
Yeah.
How was it growing up, knowing that your color of skin is different from the rest of your siblings and people around? How was the treatment? Where was it a bit weird for you, or yeah, just give me an idea.
You know, funny enough, it wasn't weird. I think I come from a family which they embraced me, and they showed so much love, including my relatives. I don't remember a time in my own family, whether it's from my uncle, my aunts, or my cousins. I don't remember a time whereby I was made to feel different, or somehow coming from it, being different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only when I went to school that's when things were a bit challenging.
Is it primary or high school?
Primary.
Okay.
When I went to primary. In fact, I think I went for the first day, and I couldn't go for the second day because it was just something else. I was called the white boy, but not the white boy like in our own family. Yeah. So it was quite scary. It was quite challenging because growing in those days, my family embraced me, but when I got to be in the community, it was like something different.
Something different.
Yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, the second day, my dad just made arrangements, made some means, so I had to go to a different school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was what do you call it? Partially sighted school.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it was many people who were, whether they are blind or partially sighted.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was catering for a lot of albinos and blind people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a school in Polokwane called Silwe.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did my primary there.
Wow.
And yeah, so I think one of the things which made me to be quick to adjust to the community. It's believing in myself. My parents made, or my family made me to.
I was actually about to ask whether, at the age where you start primary, and you go to a school where you felt a bit of, I don't want to use the word rejection as such, but you people made you feel unwelcome in a way, or a bit different. That's the word I'm looking for. And then you, doesn't that temper with your self-esteem a bit, where you feel like, oh, I pick up high, I'm being treated differently, but when I'm in society, then it's a different story altogether. Did it not that temper with your self-esteem?
Maybe let me add this. Maybe the other thing which helped me, so that I may not have an issue of my self-esteem, or it's the fact that my granny took care of me where she was working in the kitchens back then as a domestic worker. So from a white family. So I think growing around that environment with people of nearly the same skin with you, like it gave me a lot of self-esteem because like they took me as theirs.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I had to go and stay with my parents, I would say my mindset was a little bit adjusted to say there are people who are like me out there. So yeah. So but going to primary, realizing that primary school, realizing that there's just a lot of people who are different from me. It scared me a little bit, as I said, for that first day. Yeah, so until my dad just realized, you know what, let me just make means for him to go to a school where he will adjust quickly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I got to Silwe, I was more open, free, because here there are people who are just like me. And I think the other thing which helped me is that because I loved reading books, I loved watching TV, So it opened my mind. TV at that time opened my mind to understand that, okay, there's a whole world out there. You watch it, you see people. I think, I'm just thinking now, that maybe that also helped me a lot. And I'm an indoor person.
Yes, I know.
So most of the time I spend my time indoors. So they would buy things which would keep me indoors. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things which contributed towards understanding myself.
Yeah.
And the other thing which maybe I might add with is that being artistic, I'm artistic by nature. So being artistic, it gave me that thing of saying, at least there's something I'm good with. And people will, when they need something, they will come to me. So I think that also helped to say people in the community need me because of this thing which I'm good with. Yeah.
Because for me personally, the level of actually people don't know. For me to love architecture and actually end up studying that, it was because of you. And you know that. But we'll discuss it. So now you're in primary, you get to a new school, you adjust.
Yeah.
And you complete, and then you start high school.
Yes.
When I went to, before I even get to myself, your high school was in Waterbeck, the first high school you went to, or did you go somewhere else before Waterbeck?
Yeah, no, the first high school was Waterbeck. The only high school.
The only high school,
yes.
Actually. Good. Because when I went there, I think you were in when I was doing grade 8, you were in grade 10. I was in grade 10.
Grade 9.
Were you a grade?
Yeah, I was a grade
above me.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No. Oh yes, you were, because I failed grade 11, so I had to repeat.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
you were a grade above me. So let's talk about your journey in high school. So you went to Waterbeck. Because I believe, and I might still be wrong,
okay,
that your journey as a believer began when you got to high school. Correct me about it, or take me through that.
Okay.
Because what I want to get to is where we both started meeting and engaging. But before that could happen,